up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. For today's look, we are doing all back to school makeup. So in this tutorial, yes, I am actually doing all drugstore. I'm not going to hold up that one $45 product and say, this is the one thing that I'm going to use that costs the amount of your house. That everything that I'm using, you can find it at Walmart, Target, Walgreens, CS, Ulta, all of it, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. Alright, before we get started, again, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button below, click the bell next to it for notifications for whenever I upload a new video. You want to join my glam team on this channel, and so let's go ahead and get started. I've been waving this around.
Okay, you guys, first up for primer, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. It kind of smells bad. I don't know if I really like that, I don't know. And for foundation, I'm going in with the CoverGirl Healthy Elixir foundation. This is in the shade 725, and I'm using a Real Techniques sponge, and I'm going to apply this all over my face, including my eyelids, as a primer. For concealer, I'm going with Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade medium, I believe. I took the sponge off because I'm able to get more product out of the tube with it, so instead of just applying it straight from the concealer tube to my face, I use a concealer brush, and this is very close to my actual skin tone, so I'm going to use it first to fill in the hollows of my eyes and the circles, and then I'm going to go in with Makeup Revolution's Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C5. I think it's C5. Anyways, I'm going to link all of this stuff correctly below. I'm going to use that concealer to highlight under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, a little bit on my chin, and I'm still going to use that Real Techniques sponge to buff that in. To set the concealer up under my eyes, I'm using my Airspun loose powder and just a fluffy brush. I'm going to put that under my eyes. I'm not really going to bake it. I'm just going to set that so that it doesn't crease, and it will help my concealer and foundation last all day long. This is so important. I'm going to put a little bit on my eyes just to set it for my eyeshadow later on. I'm going to warm up my face using Makeup Revolution Stick Foundation in the shade F14. I'm just putting it on this Real Techniques brush, and that's just because I don't like to have that line and that streak across my face. This is just easier for me to really buff it into my skin, making my skin look very dark or darker, and just so that matches my body a little bit more. I've been struggling with that, I guess because I don't know what I'm doing, but anyways, I'm just going to buff that into my face really well, and then I'm going to set that using Essence. This is Essence Matte Bronzer. I'm not so sure of the shade. Oh wait, I'm going to do NYX Stay Matte Not Flat Powder Foundation first, actually. I'm setting that all over just to get some extra coverage, and that's going to help it last all day also. Essence Matte Bronzer. This stuff smells really, really good. I love it. And you know what? I think it was like $5. It was so inexpensive. I liked the color. I liked that it was buildable. And overall, it was a really good bronzer, and you get a lot of product. I'm going to fill in my brows using Maybelline's Brow Precise. This is in the shade brown or dark brown, I believe. I take the spoolie and just move my brows in the direction that I want them to lay, and then I fill them in the front first, and then draw a line on the bottom. Then I'm just going to slowly, very softly, feather-like strokes throughout the brow just to fill it in and give it some definition. To clean it up, I'm going to go back through with this spoolie just because that helps disperse the product through my brow a little bit more evenly, making them look a little bit more natural. Then I'm going to take a concealer brush in my NYX full coverage concealer pot in the shade Fair. This is very affordable product as well, but I like to have a more structured, clean looking brow. So I'm going to run the concealer on the bottom of my brow a little bit, carving them out, and I'm going to take that on the top as well. For eyeshadow, I'm going in with this Milani palette. This is number 5. It's called the Earthy Elements. I'm going to take this shade as my transition, and I'm just going to place that in my crease using a tapered scone blending brush. I'm just doing back and forth windshield wiper motions, just building that up. I probably dipped into the pan maybe twice for each eye. And then I'm going to go back into the Milani palette and grab this darker brown shade just so that I can build up some depth. This is a very warm, it's almost like a tan brown color, and I'm just building that up in my crease for a little bit more definition. And then I'm going to take a flat definer brush. This is just a very small tapered brush, shader brush, and I'm grabbing this brown shade, and I just wanted to give some definition to my lash line. This is a really easy way to get a bigger looking eye without having to actually do liner, and it's a lot faster. I really wasn't trying to perfect this at all. I'm just smoking it out, and then I'm going to take another flat definer brush. This is a Morphe brush. I'm grabbing another shade, and I'm just putting that even closer to the lash line. And as you can see, I'm not being perfect with it. We don't have all that time in the morning before we go to school, so I'm just going to run that on my lower lash line as well, and then I'm going to go back into that scone blending brush, and I'm just going to literally just buff all of that over my entire eye. I'm not really like doing any structural way with it. I'm just blending it out so that it's not so harsh. Then I'm going to take a little small concealer brush, and I'm taking this shade. I don't know if this is meant to be a highlighting shade, but I used it all over my face. I'm going to highlight my inner corners with this, and I'm also going to put it on my brow bone just for a little bit more of a brow definition. This helps kind of clean it up and bring it forward. And then for lashes, I'm going in with L'Oreal's voluminous Paradise Mascara. For blush, I'm using Milani Rose de Oro, and then I'm going to actually take this shade and use it to highlight my face. This is just a Morphe highlighting brush, and I'm just going to make sure that my skin looks fairly dewy and sun-kissed. And then for lips, I'm going to be taking Wet n Wild's lipstick. Oh, I'm going to do lashes. I keep messing this up. And these are Ardell 113s. These are very popular in the Ardell wispy section. You should be able to find them. They're very long. You do not have to wear lashes. Mascara will do just fine, but I'm extra and I totally will, and these are so comfortable. I'm using Wet n Wild lipstick. This is in the shade 902 Bare It All and 900B. I believe. I'll list them below also. First, I'm going to overline my lips because that's just how I do. I like it, and I'm going to make them look big and luscious. I'm using NYX lip liner in the shade brown, and then I'm kind of buffing it in with my fingers a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with 902C lipstick first, just to go ahead and give this color mimics my natural lip color very well, and I think that's why I like it. And then to highlight in the middle of it to give it a little bit more of a peachier vibe, I'm just taking my fingers and buffing 900B into my lips a little bit. And then I'm going to take that mascara and I'm going to blend my fake lashes with the real ones. This just helps for it to blend a little bit more and helps them look a lot more natural. Okay, you guys, that's it for this tutorial. I hope you loved it. If you did, subscribe below, and I hope you guys have an awesome first day of class.